All right, let's talk about one of the biggest challenges for any entrepreneur, scaling a one-person business. Today, we're going to break down how you can actually grow your business without burning out by learning to work smarter, not harder.
Okay, does this sound familiar at all? You're working constantly, and yeah, you might be making good money, but you know deep down that the second you step off that treadmill, maybe to take a vacation or even just a sick day, the income just stops. It's a super common trap for one-person businesses. You know, that feeling actually has a name, the one-person trap. It's that point you hit where your growth just slams into a ceiling for one simple reason. You, as one person, have run out of time and energy.
For most of us running a solo business, the fundamental equation is pretty simple. More work equals more money. But that creates a massive problem because there are only 24 hours in a day, right? When you physically cannot work any more hours, your income stagnates and you're just left feeling completely exhausted.
So how in the world do you break that cycle? Well, the secret isn't about finding more hours. It's about finding and using leverage. And I'm telling you, this is the one key concept that will change everything for your business.
The whole concept is actually really simple. Think about it. You wouldn't try to move a giant boulder with your bare hands, would you? Of course not. You'd find a lever to multiply your force. Well, that exact same principle applies to your business.
And this is the crucial point. Leverage is all about getting a much bigger result from the same amount of effort. It's about finding those activities where 1 hour of your time doesn't just produce 1 hour's worth of value, but 10 or 100 or maybe even 1,000 times more.
So, once you really get this, once you understand leverage, you get to play by a completely new set of rules. Rules for growth that are just perfectly designed for the modern solo entrepreneur. You see, traditionally, if you wanted to grow a business, you needed two things: labor, which means hiring a ton of employees, and capital, which means huge financial investments. But the modern approach gives us two incredibly powerful new levers that don't require a big team or a loan from the bank: code and media. And this illustrates the opportunity perfectly. Think of it like a pyramid, okay? The base, the really difficult and expensive part, is made up of labor and capital. But as a one-person business today, you can actually skip all that and jump straight to the very top, to code and media.
So let's really break down these two modern superpowers, because these are the tools that are going to let you multiply your effort without ever hiring a single person.
Okay, superpower number one is code. And hey, before you check out thinking, I'm not a programmer, just stop right there. You absolutely do not need to be a coder to use this kind of leverage. Using code as leverage really just means letting computers and robots do the work for you. I mean, think about it. Using AI tools to write copy, setting up automated systems with different apps, or even running a few simple scripts. It's literally like having an employee who works 24/7 for free and gets things done even while you're asleep. Now for our second superpower, media. This is probably the most popular and the most accessible form of leverage for creators, consultants, and really any solo business owner out there today. What media leverage does is it shatters the old one-to-one model of sales. Instead of trying to contact people one by one, you create one piece of content, a video, a post, an email, and the algorithms on these platforms will show it to thousands of potential customers for you. You do the work just once, and it keeps paying you back over and over again. So let's bring this all together. The goal here is not to work more. It is to multiply the impact of the work that you are already doing. I love this quote because it really gets to the heart of it. This isn't about learning some brand new skill set from scratch or totally changing your business. It's just about strategically applying these tools, code and media, to amplify the value that you already create. So I'll leave you with this one question. Take a look at your to-do list. What is one repetitive task, one bottleneck that you could apply just a little bit of leverage to this week? That one small change could be your first step off the treadmill and onto the path of real, sustainable growth.